Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Gaming Source Network, your number one source for all things gaming. This is the break-even point, and I'm the Gaming CPA. In today's live stream, we are going to be showcasing Timberborn, which it's an early access title. It's a city building slash management game where you get to manage beavers. Now, they just released a 2.0 update, so they have been out for, I think they released in 2020 or 2021, so they've been out for a little bit. But in this 2.0 update, they've released the ability to make robot beavers called Golems. So I kind of want to showcase this game because I played it early on when it had first released, took a little break from it, and now that they've released this, they've also released a bunch of extra updates like a healer, medic, where you kind of create medicine. You have medic tables, you have teeth sharpening for the beavers, so the lumber beavers, all sorts of fun stuff. So we're gonna try and do a two-part series. Rouster, good morning. Where we try to get to those golems. If I can't get it in the set by the second part, I'll go and show you guys my current game that has all basically everything kind of built, and I'm just trying to terraform and make things even more efficient. So with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive on into the title. So again, Timberborn. Yeah, Rouster, good morning, good morning. Guten Morgen, my friend. Let's go ahead and do that. Perfect. All right, new game. So, Folktales is how you start the game. Once you've earned enough comfort, the beavers will desire a certain amount of comfort. You can unlock the Iron Teeth. The Iron Teeth. Now, I want to be the Iron Teeth because they have a very fun thing, and that is they grow their babies in little breeding pods. So you feed them berries and water, and babies will grow. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna do 1,000 Islands. You know what? Actually, I might do something else because I'm currently doing 1,000 Islands on my current playthrough. But let's try something else. Let's maybe make it a little more different. We'll stick with 1,000 Islands. Only because I kind of have a strategy in my mind that I'd like to make sure that I survive. Because honestly, the beginning of this game is difficult. Rouster, the game is a city builder slash management game. I'm gonna be playing on normal difficulty, but you have beavers. No, it's just a city building game. But you have beavers. So you got to manage the food, the water, and then they do have like comfort, which is not necessary, but it makes them more efficient, work faster, run faster, etc., etc. All right, so we're gonna call our settlement Canada because I want to call my two beavers, Justin Beaver and Haley Beaver. So let's go ahead and find some adults because they are adults now apparently. We got Justin Beaver and I got Haley Beaver. Yeah, she's about 8 years younger. I think this is how you spell it. All right, perfect. So we got technically we have 11 beavers we started with. We have 4 children and 7 adults. The children don't do anything. They just sit around eating up resources and doing all that. So this is where we start. We have all of this land. We cannot access until we unlock some bridges or if we build dams over. That gives us access to other lands. However, this district can only reach so far unless you build pathways. So pathways are very crucial. You're going to be doing those a lot. If you enjoy symmetry, you're going to do these a certain way so that you can kind of create these little block mentalities. Let's see. I want to go like this. I immediately see a staircase. These are natural builds which allow me to get up to this. I don't have to necessarily unlock the wooden stairs. That requires research, so I can just do it real quick. I hope Justin can sing. Yes. I can't. I feel like under well-being, did they have anything like that? No. Okay. I wasn't sure if they had anything where it was like a concert or something. That'd be really funny. We do have a bell that can ring. So what we want to do first is a lot of things. Food and water, biggest priorities. These are your 2 things that your beavers must have, or obviously they will die. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and do a deep water pump right here. The reason being is because it can really coolly just line right up with that pathway. And then I'm going to go ahead and throw let's just do a couple small water tanks right next to it. Now the next thing we got to do is obviously these are going to take lumber. I don't have any lumber, so I'm going to build some lumberjack flags over here, and that's just going to let the people know, hey, these are going to be your lumberjacks. I'm actually going to build a industrial wood pile This is a place for my lumberjacks to store the wood. And then I have to mark the trees that I want to cut, because some trees you don't want to cut. For example, pine trees, you can cut them if you need them, you can set it up, but you can also get resin from them, and resin will end up allowing you to make a certain kind of wood later, resource, building material. So I'm going to go ahead and cut those trees out. In fact, I'm actually going to remove this one. Only reason I want to remove it because I want to build this pathway sooner so I can get these trees up here cut down. These is where you're going to have builders in your district center. So again, let's call this Vancouver. I really don't know that many Canadian cities, so if you guys are from Canada, please drop the name of cities down below. Yeah, Vancouver's one, I think. So next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to set up some gatherers. Now I'm doing all this pause because again, once it starts, you know, things are going. So I'm just going to throw a random gatherer right there. He can reach pretty darn far, so he'll be able to gather these bushes, these berry bushes, and those will be important. I'm actually going to automatically build a couple breeding pods so we can start getting little kiddos going, and voila, we're going to go ahead and increase the amount of workers in the building facility to 4, just because we're doing a lot of building. But obviously as we get the lumberjack, we're going to release 1 or 2 to that. We're going to release 1 to the water, and just going to let things go from there. So now we start. I like fast forward speed, and I like 18-hour work days. You know, they're decent amount, but we got some hard-working beavers over here. So let's go ahead and see. All right, so we already got some doing lumberjack. So you can see they're chopping down the trees. We have a gatherer. He's gathering up some berries. Looks like we got a guy just sitting in here waiting. So he's probably waiting for some lumber to build these other ones. All right, we got someone that opened up the water tank. So I'm going to go ahead and let's go ahead and pause. So no available workers in the district. It also show up here as we have 7 workers. We have a vacancy, meaning there's a job slot that wants a worker, but there's no one able to work. And then we have unemployed. So beavers that we have extra that aren't working. So one thing I can do is I can just remove one of these workers, and it'll automatically pop him over there, and that's taken care of. So now these guys, we have 3 builders that are just trying to build up things, and things will be built in the way that you assign them. So due to the fact that I assigned my building to, basically I went water, I went these tubs, I went with this industrial log pile, and then the breeding pods, that should be about how they're built. So these small water tanks will be built first, and then we'll do the industrial wood pile. Now I'm going to go ahead and sign a couple more trees up here. Let's see what this range is. Oh, that's a good range. I'm just going to go ahead and cut down every single tree in the world. And then I want to do is I need to get research going because I need to research a forester. Super duper important to get that going. Actually, I'm bummed I haven't been doing this sooner. I'm going to do 2 of these. And I'm going to make these high priority. So even higher priority than the breeding pod on the industrial log pile, because I will want to start getting research going, because it takes about, I think the fastest growing tree is, I think it goes 6 days, 8 days, and 12 days, or 6, 10, and 12, or 8, 10, 12, something like that. So you will want a forester to build those things for you. So we have 1 unemployed beaver, so he'll just go ahead and hop in here. I think I just unassigned that guy on accident, which is okay. Beavers will get their own food and water, which is really nice. You don't have to worry about that. And you just have to make sure you have it. Hey, Haley Beaver is working the inventor. I wonder where Justin's at. Is Justin chopping trees? Oh, he's gathering berries. He's probably singing their Sound of Music style, if you know what I mean. Also, I think in one of the updates, it shows you what beaver is assigned to what place by highlighting them as blue. So our lumberjack, we have 2 builders. They're both highlighted a little bit of a blue color. A little extra for him. Our water tank employee, he's probably just in there so we don't see him. All right, and we also are going to need a farmhouse. Now, one thing that I realized is that I don't need quite as much food later on in the game, because once you get into robots don't need food. All right, they just eat power. That's all they need. So I will build a good building farm over here, but I don't necessarily need as big as I did last time. Last time I had this massive spatter dock set up and food, and it was just over excessive. But you do want food because obviously the berries won't last forever. They take a while to grow. So I'm going to go ahead and build a farmhouse here, and I'm going to build some carrots. Carrots are just the quickest, the easiest to do. I'm just going to do, like, honestly, a good amount. I don't need this land for anything else, and it's better to have this food than to not. Let's do this. And then I'm going to build a storage so I can store the carrots. And I'm going to set everything away except for carrots. That way we can make sure we have a good amount of them. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to set this as high priority. Sorry, guys. I didn't really build these in the priority I wanted. I apologize. So sadly, we don't have quite as much wood. I would like some more wood. But you know what? It will work out here shortly. So these create 1 science an hour. So basically we're gonna get 36 science in a day because we work 18-hour days. So what we need roughly to get this forester though is 60. And then we also need 7 planks and 10 wood. Now, planks, haven't seen that yet. Here is a plank. It's a lumber mill. It turns 1 wood into 1 plank in 1.3 hours. Now, the kicker is it consumes 50 horsepower. If you look up in that top right there, you will see it say 50 horsepower and it takes 1 worker. Now horsepower, beavers, how are we going to do that? Well, as you probably have guessed, water wheels. Water wheels are a great way for us to generate power, but to start, normally what you have to do is, normally you do power wheels because there will be droughts. And when there are droughts, we obviously lose our power. Now, I am not an engineer. I'm not a electrician. I don't know anything. But what I do know is that when you get into these little smaller grids, the water normally speeds up. You can see right here, water is cruising through here, and then it really accelerates as it goes through there. So I kind of like to build these in these little blockade sections where it gets more narrow, because what I'm going to end up doing, what you guys don't know yet, but I'll give you a sneak peek, I'm going to dam this whole section over here, forcing this water. By the way, I'm also going to dam this section you haven't seen over here. I'm going to force all the water through this one canal, making sure that all of the momentum and all the water speed is actually going to come through here, really powering my water wheels. So that's a little sneak peek for the future. So I'm going to go ahead and try and do that. I'm going to reduce this builder so that we have 2 farmers prioritizing planting right now, not that they have any other option. And then what we need to do next is we need to start building planks. And because what we'll want to do is we will indeed want to get that forester built, because as you can tell, trees will kind of naturally regrow. I think that given time they will, but it takes a lot longer, I think, and you can't really plan it out. So these are going to be pine trees. They take 12 days to build, and I only get 2 logs from them. But if you look here, okay, pine trees 12 days 2, maple 30-day 8. Oh wow, that's a long time. Or chestnut 24-4. So I like to build basically a grid of birch, which is 9 days for 1, a grid of pine 12 days for 2, and a grid of maple 30 days by get 8. So that way you kind of have a little bit of a, hey, you get one, you can have sort of like a steady income or a steady stream of wood coming in. Now up here it says forecast unknown. This is where we're going to get notified if there's a drought or not. Also, once I go ahead and dam up this section, I'm going to generate a lot of power. So what I did last time, and I might need you guys' feedback. He's singing baby, 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 I bet. Oh yeah, he is. Is last time I built my power grid up here. So I basically, or not power grid, I built a bunch of water wheels, and then I ran the power all the way up here. And I had gravity batteries. Another feature that they just released are gravity batteries, that are super cool. And they store power by basically dropping a big heavy object down when you have, or when it's empty, and then as you get extra power, it cranks it up, which in theory is a pretty cool idea. But in a game especially, I think you can do it with water in real life, not a big heavy object, and it's cheaper and easier. But what I did is I built that all up here. I'm kind of debating with you guys, I might do something a little different, because this place over here is the same height. I'd like to get the power of the gravity batteries all the way up here, because the further down it drops, the more power it gets. But the cool thing is you can actually build just platforms, and you can build on the water. So I'm trying to think if it would be cool to just have a nice, awesome power grid, if you will, out just here in the middle of the water. Because sections like this are just like dead sections. Like, I'm never going to get power from here. I will probably put power wheels here. That's what I did last time. And just get some power from this area because it's got a pretty good system going on, pretty good stream. Also, we will dam up this over here. We dam up a lot of things as beavers, FYI. So there are some things I do want to repeat. But yeah, we'll go ahead and see what all we can do. So I think with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and I never really build the small water wheel. It just seems it's a little tiny to me. But I think maybe for early game power might be a good idea. I just like to unlock this one and just go with the big boy because he generates about 4.5 times more power. It is twice as big and costs a lot more resources. So I'm trying to think here. All right, so we're almost we're not out of food. We got plenty of berries. These little breeding pods are taking it. So the carrots are gonna take 4 days to grow. Hopefully they grow before the first drought so I can store some. Oh my goodness, look at me. I'm not even using this section because it doesn't have a path connected. Too funny. I can't do the platforms, I need planks. So normally the early game way to get past the need for power is you build a power wheel. This will just allow one beaver to run and he will generate power. So let's go ahead and do that and he will generate the exact amount of power needed. Now obviously the problem is that this takes 2 beavers. You don't want to be necessarily wasting beavers on power. Right now we have 2 beavers, so that's okay. It's not a situation. We always have a worker. We can always pause this, and that will free up another employee or another beaver to work. So we do have options. All right. It's good to see that our water's full, these water tanks, because when the drought hits, I think we're actually going to need more. I'm not going to lie. I'm actually super nervous looking at that amount of water I have. We need at least double that. Also, you may be wondering, hey, your beavers are laying on the ground. That is true. Normally, building a house is not my biggest priority. Well-being. Normally, their average well-being will impact their speed of work. So as you can tell, there's no bonuses. They're just working the basic. If I can increase their well-being to 5, it will unlock 10% on work. If I can increase it to 2, they'll become 5% faster. And if I can get their well-being to 7, they'll live 20% longer. So there are benefits to, getting their well-being up. I normally just don't even worry about that. But I will end up building them housing. But I wait for the large barracks because that one's important from the standpoint of it allows a shelter 16 as opposed to just 10. So I get more. I can store more beavers. And the cool thing is you can build on top of the buildings. So this one that has a flat top, I can build on top of this. You have to build staircase up to it, but it's cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to build a little winding staircase that goes into all these houses. So it's basically just like one big tall tower. Man, I might need to do another gatherer because this guy's not quite gathering his berries as quick. Luckily, there's not like a designated meal time. Again, if beavers are hungry and food's there, they'll go get them. But I guess we will get carrots real soon, won't we? Yeah, I'm not too worried. It's nice to have a little bit of something stored up extra. So it's nice to have like berries that aren't quite being utilized. Justin Beaver's gonna be working in the lumber mill right next to Haley. Do you think they walk to work together? I mean, I guess they're not leaving any housing, so they're probably just sleeping on the ground and then going to work. All right, so we got our first couple planks. We got 3 of them. Wow, he is cruising. Well done, Justin. We're actually gonna increase the workday a little bit longer. Early game strategies. So we got some planks, which is great. So what we need to do is we need to unlock this forester. And we want to build him. So sadly, I kind of want to chop down these 2 trees because I want this forester to reach anywhere there is green. And the reason for that is because that is where, when there is no drought, trees will be able to grow. So let me go ahead and demolish these 2 trees. So I'm going to build one section here. I'm going to build one section up there, which already looks like there's a bunch of pine, which is awesome. And I'm going to build one section down here. Now, why don't we go ahead and mark our next cutting area so that they go down to this section and clear this out. The reason why I want them to clear that out is because I want to start building down there. all of these areas seem to be pine, which is great because it's a good amount of wood, but they also have resin. You see that, how they have pine resin? Another resource, again, that can be utilized. I think it makes the strengthened planks. No, they're called something fancy planks. So we will want that. Okay, cool. So we can go ahead and build our forester. This guy is broken teeth, right? So let's go ahead and get our well-being. We can build a teeth grindstone for our lumberjacks to strengthen their teeth, if you will. Too funny. All right, let's go ahead. Now these are different trees, but I'm not gonna. At some point, I will probably cry about it, but we're just gonna go ahead and plant some birch trees here. Let's go ahead and maybe go about. Yeah, let's just go the full length. I'll build the houses somewhere else. All right, we're gonna build some pine again. Wherever is green is kind of where I want to be able to build, because anything obviously brown is not going to grow. And then let's build the maple down here, because that's just good. And you got to make sure the forester can reach it. So I believe, oh, he can reach all the way. Oh, heck yeah, dude. I might even do chestnut as well, so that way I can just have all the different tree types and tree groups. So I'll come back through as we harvest more and more trees. I'll just come back through and take care of, I'll replant, because these are pine. They're inside of the maple area. As my beavers cut down the pines, I'll replant so that it's all just maple down here. And then chestnut. Let's go ahead and do chestnut maybe around this. So that way, because chestnut trees give us chestnuts that we can then grill up into grilled chestnuts, which the beavers enjoy as food. Different food options, grilled chestnuts will help them get happy. So they have a nutrition section of basic needs, a social life, aesthetics, awe, fun, knowledge, spirituality, brother. Speaking of which, we might be able to do the spirituality of the temple. I'm trying to think. I think it gives you a decent bonus, and it doesn't cost that much. 60 planks. I mean, that is a decent amount. Do I not? Is my worker not working, or what's he up to these days? Okay, he is working. All right, good. We're getting the planks going. Hope they don't strike and demand more time off. Yeah, we definitely hope so. Well-being is important. The government should work for the people, or beavers in this case. Yes, no kidding. All right. So first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to unlock the platform, since we have the science, and I'm going to build this. Oh, perfect. You can see my little beavers. They are harvesting. So I'm going to prioritize harvesting. That way they harvest as opposed to plant new carrots. This beaver is building a platform. So it kind of shows you guys, hey, you can just have all these cool little wood platforms that allow the water to go underneath them all the time. It says a building lacks worker, probably the forester hut. So let's go ahead and pause the builder. So now my forester is going out and he's going to just start planting. Plant new trees. Plant little baby trees. We still have technically 2 infant or children, newborns, that still haven't quite grown up into adulthood. So we will have a couple more work first joining. And I think that's probably because of the breeding pod. Yeah, we had two new beavers born on day 9, cycle 1, day 9. So I'm hoping this is enough food. Again, I will get over here and I will explode this area. Basically what you do is you demolish this. These are what you want to build. You want to build little water pods. And in fact, in my new one, or in my other game, I just create massive, basically grids of like 5 wide. And I just have little slits where just one row of water, but it goes about 2 or 3 grids down. So when the drought happens, that water just stays in there and keeps all my trees alive. So, oh yeah, we got some good food coming in. I don't know if it's quite enough. So if we think each beaver eats at least 1, yeah, I mean, most droughts early on are about 2 to 4 days. The longest drought I've seen, I think, has been like 8 days. But not early game. Normally that's later on. We're playing on normal difficulty, so we shouldn't really see that too soon. All right, so we got some more openings over here. These are our maple trees. So you can see that we've taken out some more trees, cut some more down. We can plant some more. It's just nice because it kind of allows you to organize things. I got a blueberry bush up there. Nice. All right, we got a good amount of water storing up. We got 150 science points. So I do want to start looking into harnessing some of this water because, man, that stuff makes me excited. The only situation is This whole plank guy, what are you maxed out? I may need to build a storage just for him, which is fine. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I don't have a beaver working that though, so let's go ahead and pause this, pause that. Just a little bit of management. We'll have these guys build, and then we'll just send them right back. Real quick though, I don't want anything stored in here except for planks. That way I just have one location for it. Beautiful. All right, now we go ahead and pause that, unpause those two, and we can go back to work. Perfect. Okay. Now he unloaded the plank, so Justin Beaver can get back to work singing and plank. I was going to say planking, but I don't think that's bad. I was like, real quick, double check to make sure there's nothing that can be misconstrued about that. Wow, these carrots, oh, they started to regrow as fast as I had harvested. Oh, neat. That's good. Some people are taking a little extra siesta over there. All right, let's go ahead and cruise. I kind of want to maybe start building up my housing structure. Now, never mind, 400 points. We're not even close. I'm going to go ahead and click that so that as soon as they harvest that, they're going to go plant. Because they can plant pretty quick. I just want to make sure that we have, again, it's nice to have a little bit of lag. Normally I like to have at least 2 farmhouses, 1 planters, 1 harvesters. Just to make sure things are going pretty smoothly. So, see, I think they take 2 water breaks in a day. I think they require 2 water per beaver per day. So, right now that would be 13 times 2 is 26 per day. So, a little bit more. So, if I have to go 4 days on a drought, that puts me at about 104. Not the end of the world. I mean, we can definitely do that. Yeah, the nice thing is it only takes 1 deep water pump to start. Super nice aspect. So also, if I want an additional water tower, I can just go ahead and build a little platform right here. And I can build a small water tank on it. I also might do 1 more breeding pod so we can continue getting some more little babies. Something like that. Of course, I have to wait for one of the little babies to grow up and then they can become a builder. What is the age right now? Where are we at? 76%? Okay, they're getting there. I don't know what that translates to in beaver years. Just kidding. Let's go ahead and do something like this. Fill in any gaps we can. Ooh, down here we almost are all birch. There's 1 more pine right there. Oh, hey-oh. I'm kind of tempted just to go destroy it, but you know what? We'll leave it. We'll leave it to beaver right now. Plant some more maple down here. Boom. Nice. Nice. I mean, is my guy... He is just going and planting. Okay, perfect. Man, he's got quite the work ahead of him. I'll tell you that much. Alright, so we were at 76%, now we're at 85. Hey, we got 2 more! Nice! Zunabar and Vulzol were born on day 1, cycle 14. Alright, that is the dreaded noise. It means the drought's incoming. Luckily, it makes a noise, so it notifies you. You normally have 3 days to repair. Always 3 days. I've yet to see it not be 3 days. So this just means that we kind of just want to stock up on some things, water, resources, and such. So let's go ahead and pause these 2. Only because of the fact that I can refine planks in the off time when there is a drought, but I can't quite store more water because water can only store it at a certain time. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We can do research while we're hanging. Some of these trees will stop growing because this water, once it goes away, will cease and desist some of these trees, which is not the end of the world. It's just slightly annoying. What about a little social life? That's why I thought it's a little too big. If I could do a roof terrace right there. Heyo. We could do that, but that seems like a little more work than I'd like to put in. All right. Now, once we get to the point where we can build what are called floodgates, that's going to allow us to really super dam up the water and control the water. So before the drought happens, we can fill up. And what I'll do, I will fill up and keep all of this water here and have it actually overflow so that I have too much water, and that will definitely allow me to survive these kind of events. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and build a wooden staircase here, and let's just get to work on... I could have levied and dammed this off way over here. I don't know why I didn't. The beavers can actually go pretty far, by the way. They can actually go pretty darn far. So if I click on my district center, yeah, we can definitely make it over there. So what I'm going to do, we're going to go ahead. I actually want to build a levee. Now, a levee is a just complete solid structure. No water is going to flow through it. A dam, so if you look at this, the dam has a little bit of a gap at the top, meaning it's going to block water, but it will let the excess flow over it. A levee, on the other hand, is just a solid block. There is nothing going over that guy. It is just a solid block. So I want to build levees where I basically just want to stop the water, reroute the water. And that's what we're going to do here. So I'm going to build levees and say, hey, I just met you. This is Levy, but here's my number. Justin Bieber. All right, so those only take some logs. We'll go ahead and do that. Now, we're not going to necessarily stop all the water right now, and it's too little too late. But that's what we're going to do there. We're going to build levees over here to redirect water, and then we're going to build levees here. Although, I'm debating, this is built its own natural kind of whirlpool situation. I may just build a power setup here to capture that. And then I will build floodgates here. Floodgates are different because they allow me to actually increase the height and decrease the height of the block. So I will make sure to build floodgates over there because I will leave the water going down and running out, but as soon as the drought's about to hit, boop, I'll raise the floodgates. We'll stockpile water in my whole area here and save ourselves. Now, in the meantime, is there anything else I can plant? A little bit more, so I can go a little bit further on planting. Oh, I can't quite go all the way up to this corner, so let's go ahead, erase those. I like to just only have what I can do, you know what I mean? You guys know what I mean. You don't like to have that extra. Speaking of which, pine, yeah, bud. I just want to know what I can achieve in life. All right, we can achieve quite a bit over here, which is awesome. Not quite the back row, though, eh? It is what it is, brother. Now, these lumberjacks, they... Oh, right, I totally told them to stop cutting. My bad. Hey, guys, I need you guys to start resuming your chopping skills. Stockpile the wood. Although, I guess we have all the time because we're about to get hit by a drought, so... All the time in the world. And you know what's funny? You would think that with most games... water, you know, oxygen not included, it like, makes them not happy. Beavers like water. Look, wet fur gives them a +1, and they're actually going to be moving faster now because of it. So they actually enjoy the water. This guy, he's not very happy because he's a little thirsty, and he wouldn't mind a shelter. And that is, I think, what we're going to do next, is we're going to build a cool little tower setup to where I can just continuously grow it and grow it. Now, my ultimate game plan and strategy is to have actually as few of beavers. I want to almost create, it sounds bad, but like a quote-unquote elite class of beavers where they have like hundreds of robot beavers working for them, and then there's maybe like 30 beavers that actually are living in this cool little awesome setup. But obviously to start, we need beavers. Again, I still can't build the large... Okay, well, here's the idea. Since I think it's a similar blueprint... Yeah, the barracks and the large barracks are a similar blueprint. I think the large one is... No, I think it's actually a 3x3. Man, and you would think that I had put like 80 hours into this game, and I just can't remember. All right, guys, the drought is happening. So I forgot to show it from early on, but the water comes from resources... Not resources, but the water comes from this area. This area that has the rocks, that spawns water. That water, you know, was trickling down, and now, as you can tell, it's starting to dissipate and disappear. Water will also go out these little holes in the world, just lets the water out. So, as you can tell, a lot of my stuff dried up. So this is why we had to stockpile. So the trees will no longer grow, but they will dry out in 11 and a half days about. But these carrots, they will die much sooner. So we definitely need to start getting these. They will die in 2 days, which stinks because I mean, this drought's going to last 2.5 days. So I'm definitely going to lose this carrot that was at 93% grown. It's gone. It's sad. It's a true story, though, but it's a goner. So we have that going on. Hey, we got one unemployed beaver. Nice. Also, we can remove the beaver from the water because we're not pumping any water anymore. Let's get the plank going, and yep. I think Justin Beaver is still working that. And hey, look, they can just go over here and build no problem. So this levee, again, gonna redirect water. That is the game plan. I'm gonna do the same thing. I am actually gonna redirect water over there and over here. Now, there's a secret way to get over there, believe it or not. That's much easier than the way I'm gonna do, but I'm just gonna do it this way because to me it's the right way to do it. Let's go ahead and just build ourselves a nice little platforms. And again, I'm actually going to levee this up. I'm just going to block this. I'm going to redirect this super flowy water this way. Although, again, if I want this to be the power district, if I want to build a cool little platformed power area, well, to be honest, I probably shouldn't do that at the beginning because that's going to take a lot of planks. And planks, they take some time to make. They require a little bit of a homie in here working, as well as the power wheel. Sorry, there's no available workers in the district. Oh no! Justin Beaver died of old age? Uh-oh. Does that mean Haley's still single? Is Haley single now? And then you have Kizoko. Nice. Okay, let's go ahead and what do I want to reduce down just for the time being? Well, the forester's not going to be working right now, so you can go ahead and still not enough. I still have one more job. Oh, that's because he went into work as a worker. You can prioritize building, so I could say, hey, I want this to be priority, and I want this to be a priority, and that will make sure that if there are beaver options, they will go to the buildings that are marked as priority. I just want to see if we can get this levee built before the water comes back. Not that it stops us from doing it, it's just nice so you can, it's easier to see when you're trying to build underwater. Come on, buddy. So I think the happier they are, the more they can carry as well. They might be able to lift a little bit more stuff. All right, carrots are going bad, but we only have basically a day left. So luckily we were able to save quite a bit. We had stored up almost 200 carrots, close to 200 food overall. The blueberries, as you can tell, they're just hanging out. The blueberry bushes last a long time, so they normally don't ever die out on you. The only time blueberries go away is if you destroy them on purpose. It's usually a good idea to have save some resources in the beginning. Oh yeah. Big time. And we may even get hit with like a 6-day drought and you'll be like, oh my gosh. But what's going to be great is when we get over here, we will blow this up right here and we will basically store a bunch of water. So this whole area will stay fertile the whole time. Like this will never ever run out of basically green space when we do that. So that's going to be our next task. Okay, cool. So we built our levees. I'm going to go ahead and delete the path because I just like to have things clean if possible. We don't need that. I'm going to leave a little staircase into the water just in case I later on want to build. I already have a little access point there. You do lose the resources when you demolish. At least that's what I've discovered, so I don't just want to go around demolishing. We got a bunch of workers. Actually, let's go ahead and get this forester back open because we will need that. And we'll go ahead and open up the water tank again because, believe it or not, you guys, the water will be coming back down. So water floweth from those areas. Sadly, the camera won't allow me to like zoom out anymore, or it doesn't hold, so I have to hold this on my mouse. And here cometh the water, greenifying the world. As always, beautiful. And we're gonna see it run into my levee and get bonked. Boop. And it got stopped. And it's continuing on and off the world over there and continuing through. So next thing we're going to try to unlock, I think I'm going to try to unlock ourselves some floodgates. No, I think we need to do power first. It's a big debate right now in my head. I think I need to do power because I don't want to have someone having to run a power wheel the whole time. Okay, we can do that. Yeah, it's going to get you guys into plant mode. I think they're already doing it anyways. Yep, let's start doing water wheels. we'll do the small guys. They're not my my most ideal situation, but I think they're going to be important. So I'm going to have to unlock a double platform for over here. Oh, taking so much of my research. I think I technically could have built 2 single platforms, but that's just more time spent. And then I want to demolish that barrier because I want to move my food over here ASAP. Just again, this is a good starting spot. It got us a good amount of food, but having food that's always going to be able to be there no matter if there's a drought or not, super crucial, especially as we start to get more and more people showing up. All right, so if I want power, why don't we start? Yeah, that's great. I might just do a little plank construction right here because we already have land and I could literally just set it up right next to this super high powered water. 80 planks. You know what though? I think that's going to be so stinking worth it with how fast this water is coming through. Yeah. Now the thing about the large water wheel is it does need to be supported on one side. So, fun fact, it does need that. I'm looking at this and it's also running into that. Now, what you can do is you can build this little stream gauge and it will show you the depth of the water as well as the flow of the water. And if you look at this power, it says it will flow at 180 horsepower per what I believe is current like meters a second or something. I think that's what CMS is, like current meters a second. I don't think it's centimeters, obviously. So, but I think that this stream gauge will tell you, hey, this is going at 50 or 10 or whatever. So, although this guy says, hey, it's only going to go 180 horsepower, it can actually be a lot more based on how fast the current is going. So, I am going to go ahead and build a double platform here. The reason we're doing that is because that's going to go ahead and support my large water wheel, which, by the way, if you're seeing right now, I can pre-build. I can plan ahead. So I can put the platform down. Even though it hasn't been built yet, I can technically build on top of it. Yeah, I think this will be good because this will just provide a bunch of water for me. And maybe I'll just have this cool little construction zone going down this way. A little bit different than my last playthrough, but all good the same, brother. Let's go ahead and increase this priority. I just want to show you guys what I mean when I say this whole farm idea. So we go ahead and we bonk that and boom. Water goes in there. It creates a little water basin, and that's what we want to see happen. And then, because what's going to happen is when the drought occurs, the water, which I can go ahead and toggle off, the water is going to go all the way up, and you just see where it's just like that much on the land. That's all going to go away. The water in this big section will hang, as you saw in the last drought, but the water over here, it will disappear. All right, but it will flow into here first, and we will have just basically a nice little caught little water basin. Or a quote-unquote reservoir. And it will keep all this basically land green. This stuff up here on the second level will not be. It's a little far away. But everything here will be. So I can basically move my farms over to here. And we will be golden. Now, it says a building lacks worker. Okay, it's a lumberjack. Infants, quanta. Okay, they're coming up here in about 11% more. That's good. All right, we can plant some more trees. Or at least assign more trees. So over here we got maples. Maple, and our chestnuts. What is in the middle? I forgot where the line is between... Oh, that looks like a maple. Alright, we're just going to say it's a maple. Groovy. Pine's looking good. Alright, cool. I mean, we have a good amount of wood. I will build a lumber mill over here as well. Yeah, I mean, that you see how that's just cranking around? So I'm assuming this is just going to generate a whole lot of power for us. That is the hope and the dream. We got a couple builders building. I'm looking at that food. Okay, well, we'll have carrots growing here soon. We also have plenty of berries. In essence, we have a lot of berries, so we should be totally fine. No problems there. Also, our wood pile is looking pretty decent. Especially since we were missing an employee. Aha, now we have one unemployed person. Add another builder. Now, the farms. farmed table. Let's go ahead and pre-build. I will mark it so it doesn't actually get built, but I want to see. Okay, so this guy can only work on this stuff, which is actually a good amount. And then I will have one just on the opposite side doing the exact same thing. I'm going to have 2 farms, and they're going to cover this whole land mass. No problem. Actually, let me double check, make sure that's still the case. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and do that. I'm going to hit pause. I am going to demolish this barrier. I don't know why I would leave it. I've seen some people just ignore it. Kind of bugs me a little aesthetically. So we're going to go ahead and build platforms across. I accidentally double tapped. Wow, that's insane. And that's what I like about this game is you can kind of pre-build a little bit, which is really nice. We're going to go ahead and do that. And then we're going to build a farmhouse over here. And yeah, so this will cover the remaining area. We're going to go ahead and pause that. I don't want it to be built quite yet. I want the priority, obviously, to be this large water wheel. Although it probably wouldn't hurt to build that guy, would it? Nope, I don't think it would. I'm going to have to do this whole awkward... no, we could do a staircase right there. See the little natural staircase over there. Man, this water wheel is going to be super duper fun when it gets built. Taking some time. Probably because the beavers are a little thirsty. They're probably because they're overall not the most satisfied beavers. Not the most happy, but you know what, guys? That is a-okay. In my mind, they are all very happy with where they're at in life. I just love that they have a little teeth grindstone where they can grind their teeth to sharpen them. That is so funny. It was not out in the early game. It was not out. That's a new feature. Little Maplethorpe. What is a Maplethorpe? I forget what that is. Yeah, also part of the game is just going through and making sure you're planting everything. For those of us that like a little OCD-ness, you know, we like to have everything separated out. Just nice and good and well. Dude, look at this guy. He is... Oh, those are going to be great. These are going to be great. Our maples, again, give us 8 wood. It takes 30 days, but 8 wood, whereas these birch give us 1 wood and they take 9. So basically 3 times longer, but 8 times the yield. I mean, tell me about it. That doesn't just get you excited. I don't know what does. Just so cheesy. All right, they are building the next platform because, oh, good, they used up all the logs. We've used up all of our planks, all plankos. So the next thing, I'm just gonna wait. I'm not gonna build another running facility. So, oh, thing I forgot to mention: power will run through buildings. So you see how these buildings are all lit up green? They're all connected. Power will run through it. So this one little runner can send power all the way through to. You know, if I were to build over here, the power would transfer all the way around through those green buildings. So all you have to do is one power water wheel, and you can just build multiple things like that. And this power will transfer all the way to this end one through the beginning one. And you can actually build buildings like barracks, or sorry, large row houses, super tall. They will transfer power as well, but it will like take it up a couple flights of stairs, if you will. So would make some people excited. I mean, yeah. You know, just some people, though. Not everyone. Just some people. Too true. All right, this only takes logs. Let's go ahead and see if we can get one of the farmhouses built. I'm going to go ahead and pause these 3 because, I mean, it's kind of pointless until this guy actually gets turned and accelerated. Now, again, this is only going to work during water times. During a drought, I'm going to be out of power. Which early on sucks, but it's part of the game until I start building these gravity batteries, which I'm going to just... I don't know if you guys ever watched Kibitz. I'm Kibitz. He was playing this again, playing it some more. By the way, when did Haley Beaver... Oh, she just passed away. I was just about to check on her. Haley and Justin have sadly left us, which breaks all of our hearts. Okay, can the Forester... Okay, he can reach that far. Good. What was I going to say? Right, Kibitz built like a little tower, and then that way the gravity batteries would have further down to go. I'm kind of debating if I want to do a similar strategy, or if I just want to use the natural height. of some of these cliffs. You can unlock dynamite. Super fun aspect, which is great because then you can build little canals, which allows water to flow through. Like I said, when I built my little farming areas, I basically built 3 deep canals, and then you can also terraform the world by getting a dirt excavator. By the way, this is all new in that update 2.0, which is why people are getting back into the game, because it brought quite a few new fun updates and things to kind of dabble around with. So that is something. Why are you only 92% productive there, Vrudam? Because you want shelter? You don't need shelter, buddy. You got shelter within that wheel. Look at that. Look at that shelter you got. That thing's covering you so well. I'm just kidding. We'll hopefully get shelter once we get that 400 science, because I do want to just do one big mega Omega shelter project. So I have 3 vacancies. Do we have a couple people pass? I mean, we know we had a couple people pass away, but are the kids not growing up quite as fast as I was hoping? 99%? 2 of them? Okay. All right. There we go. Some of our vacancies are getting taken up. Nothing to do in range. Oh, we already... Well, what are the farmers doing over there? Just kidding. All right, let's go ahead and let's plant. Now, some people will plant a variety of crops because potatoes, you can grill them, and wheat can be turned into bread. All fun and game, like all good, but my beavers, all they really care about are carrots. Like, I have very specific, I call them bunny beavers, because all they seem to care about are carrots. I don't know why, they just do. So that's what I give them. Just a whole bunch of carrots. Now, with that being said, this one's going to be set to harvest. The other one's going to be set to plant. Not that it matters. But yeah, I just like carrots. Carrots are simple. They're basic. They're easy. Later on, when I want to start ticking off some of these social, some of the nutrition, I will. But early game, again, it might make them a little bit more productive, which would be great, which would in turn, you know, make things better. But right now, this is really all that matters for the most part. And I will end up doing, you guys will discover, I will actually, this will create quite a bit of food, which will be great. Oh man, 3 more planks. Come on. I can't yell at Justin Beaver because he's no longer working that factory because he has passed on. But we are so close to seeing this water wheel built, and I want you guys to see what happens. I hope it turns out good, because I mean, this right here is looking like a lot of water, a lot of speed. And again, I'm not an engineer. I don't really know. I'm not an electrical engineer to be specific. There it goes. Wow, if that is how much power it's going to generate, that's a good amount. Normally I have around 600 as good, so this is, well, it's slowly going down, but you know what? Let's go ahead and pause this so he goes over to here. Can one of you guys go? Okay, good. Let's go to unpause this so now we can just have these guys working it. The cool thing is I can, whenever we run out of power, like whenever the drought happens, I can always reactivate these 2 and continue building more and more planks. Like, that doesn't go away. All right, so 100% power should basically just about be productive all the time. The only problem is he's gonna have to run, grab like 1 wood, and then run back and build 1 plank. So that is not the most time efficient. Or I guess he grabs 2 logs to build 2 planks. Not the best as far as timing goes. However, I think what we're going to end up doing... Well, we get a second guy. That's going to help. You can build what are called haulers. And they will literally just... They will just drop resources off and take them to buildings that you designate. I'm thinking I might do that. Sorry. Hauling post. Oh, good. I don't have to unlock it. I think I might do that. I might just build it right here. 3 days till the next drought. All right. Well, we have our food set up. Again, I'm pretty sure all of this is still green. Maybe this end might die off. So, but we're golden. We got food set up. Water should still be relatively good. I'm looking at it right now, though, and I'm like, making me a little nervous. So let's go ahead and throw down maybe a couple more water tanks. We'll do it on the opposite side. It won't be that far for him to walk. And then I will throw down, it looks like we have some injured people. I'm just going to throw down medical beds. It allows these injured beavers to heal up. And I think I had one walking around that said he was injured. I don't think he is anymore, which is good. You know, we don't have to worry about the unemployment to hit or whatever it is. Whatever people don't like, employers don't like when their employees get hurt. Or you don't have to have. Oh, I didn't realize my head has been blocking some stuff this whole time. Some words. Not that the words are like that important. But you know what, guys? I want to be there for you as much as I can. Okay. So now when I click on things, okay, I'm not blocking anything anymore. All right. Well, no available workers in district. Well, I think if we reduce that worker down. Good. Now, one thing I don't know, but I think would be super cool is if the longer the workday, the more food they ate and the more water they drank, which I don't think is the case, but that would be another cool aspect of balancing, right? Like, hey, I don't want to work my employees that much during the drought because they're going to then require more resources, which then I don't have a whole lot of. Now, I'm pretty close to confidently saying we have survived the early stages of the game, but I want to wait a little bit more because this water... can we prioritize this water tanks, actually, so we can get this water thing filled up? The water situation has me a little nervous, but if ever I need to, I can drop a water pump into this area and just pump out water because this stuff, again, is not going anywhere anytime soon. Literally, it's not. This water will be in here for quite a while, and it's actually decently deep. You know, that having that extra gap is gonna last a good amount. That can last a full 8 days, unless I'm pumping it. If I'm pumping it, it would probably still honestly last about at least 6 of those days. Because water will just slowly evaporate over time, but again, emphasis on the word slowly. Alrighty. Those guys went to work and then immediately sprinted right back as they realized they were hungry. So I'm trying to think here. I'm going to build a storage over here for food. Yoo-hoo. I'm trying to think about this because I will want to do an industrial storage at one point for it. At some point for it. I'm just trying to think. My keyboard died, so we're going to go ahead and plug that in real quick. Industrial storage. Sorry about that. Hopefully that didn't just destroy eardrums as I plugged in to charge my old keyboard. Rouster. What makes people excited? That is just too funny, man. Oh, you made me giggle this morning. Oh, I got 3 unemployed people. Let's go. Well, once this thing gets built, which hopefully gets built soon. Although we will lose power, which means those will no longer work. So we're gonna go ahead and just turn these on because this will need to start running. The nice thing is this one is also right next to this wood facility, so that is awesome. All right, plant trees, maples, maple. I see that we have a couple of sections that are not currently building. Chestnuts. Wow, that's awesome. Now, what I should do, theoretically speaking, at some point, is unmark some of these so that they don't get cut down. And the reason you want to do that is because you will want to collect chestnuts. And the way you collect chestnuts is they have to be fully grown, and then they have to be fully grown for 8 days. Then they will release 3 chestnuts, and a gatherer will collect those. Same thing with maple syrup, and same thing with pine, except for those guys are gathered by tappers' shacks. Tappers tap into pine trees, collect pine resin. They tap into maple trees, collect maple syrup. Pretty crazy. The noise wasn't too loud. Okay, good. I never know. I mean, I try to monitor the old volume thing. So this guy's going to start, he's going to sadly go down to 0 because the water's going to go down to 0. But look, this is all still green. Everything's still watered and alive except for up there. Wow, that is literally on the cusp. Is this guy? Okay. Cool. Nice. So another thing I can do as well is I can build a floodgate here. And then as the drought's about to hit, I can close things up and lock in a little bit more water. But it looks like I don't need it. Like, I thought that this would all be dead up here, but this is all still watered and alive. So that's awesome. So this is what I mean. This will basically take care of my food problems unless I lose workers, which as long as I mark these as always having priority on the workforce, we're going to be totally fine. Let's see. I might want to get some more lumberjacks going because these guys are taking a little bit longer to cut down trees than I would like. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and go up like this. We'll go out like that. This is just to make sure they can reach it. I just noticed that. See how they don't quite reach up here? So we're going to go ahead and build a lumberjack guy right there. He will be able to reach everything I need. So we'll have that get built. Oh, we only got one builder. No wonder why things are taking a little longer. I'm like, what's taking so long? Oh, just because Vuanen died of old age. Sorry about that, buddy. Beaver is injured. So when they're injured, they do not work. Fun fact for you. When beavers are injured, they just sit around until they heal up. And I don't know if there's any way to see how long they're injured for. All I know is the medical bed will normally help them uninjure themselves. So we're going to see if we can get that done. But we should have a lot of people not working because this doesn't have power anymore. So I guess I just have to pause those. That should open up some vacancies. But we have no unemployed workers. Interesting. Where is everyone working then? I guess what I can do, let's go ahead and let's demolish this. We don't need this farmhouse anymore. We don't need these resources anymore. Pew! Mark them all for demolition. Demolition derby. Something like that. So we'll do that and we'll move on with this area. Maybe this will be where I build the houses because this has a good amount of space. Although I may want to do another water tank at some point. And then they actually have bigger water. Large water tanks are super nice. They store like 14 times more water. Hey, we can unlock the large barracks and start mapping things out. So I just want to check real quick. Yeah, see, it is 3x3. I thought it was bigger. Cool. I'm glad I did not start that earlier then. Okay, so mapping this out. What to do? I'm just doing this so because I can remove all these things that need to be removed just by building stuff on top of them. You're like, what do you mean? Well, you see how there used to be all those things? They're not there anymore. So that just saved me some time and effort. Okay. So what I need to do is I need to build a staircase that goes straight up, which is impossible to build a staircase that goes straight up. So instead, we're going to build a looping staircase. Looping. And it's all going to be looped in the middle. So we're going to go like this. We're going to go like this. And then we're going to go like this. Can I unlock the triple platform? I cannot. So I have to do this in different groups. I think we can do that. And then we go up one more. So basically what it's going to look like is it's a staircase. Like so. And you have to have a little bit of a turnaround, right? I have to have a little bit of a turn there. And then what's going to happen is you're like, well, why are you going so high? Well, because, oh wow, I actually didn't have to go that high. Well, first let's go ahead and get ourselves to the first one, shall we? That's kind of the idea we're going to go with. And then what's going to be happening is we can then build a barracks on top of a barracks. Right? How cool is that? And then all I have to do is build this, which goes over my main pathway, and we can connect it. See what I say? And then I can just simply continue going up by building these platforms above the other platforms and literally continue the staircase going up. And just continue this strategy, which will then, it might take the beavers a little bit longer to get up there, but this is kind of the game plan that we're going to go with. Now, I don't need this many beds to start, so we're going to go ahead and demolish kind of this section and this action. Well, I will leave up this to be built. I will demolish this top one because we do not need these extra platforms, but I will at least get a little bit of the infrastructure built so that way I know where we're at. But we're just going to build the bottom two barracks. That's kind of the priority. And that's going to give us, what, 32 beds? We only need 21, so bada bing, bada boom. But that should really quickly take care of this -3, so then everyone should technically be happy. There should be no more complaints. everyone should be good to go and happy. I'm almost at work. Have fun with the game. Hey, appreciate it, Rouster. Thanks for stopping by. You're awesome, man. Have a great day working. I'm out of water. Oh, why am I out of water? We're out of water. All right. So with that being said, we're not going to panic at all. We're just going to go ahead and prioritize this as a level 4. I'm going to increase my workforce. We're going to reduce that guy down. Where is everyone employed right now? You guys can keep working the farms. Those are obviously important. Gatherer, I'm good on food. I want you. Forester, there's nothing to forest. Okay, we got our 4 builders. We need to build this really quickly. The last thing I want is for people to not be feeling good. We're going to drop that workplace priority down so that once this is built, boom, we get someone to go start working immediately. Yep, pump the water. Then beavers will just come on over and get water as they can. Yeah, okay, perfect. We solved a problem. That was worrying me a little bit. I'm glad that we have these big, massive water reservoirs that we can always pump if need be. The reason I didn't build on this side was, 1, I don't think it would have worked. It required 4 spaces. And 2, is because I want to continue this power structure down. Speaking of which, I might as well just continue setting up for the future. Don't necessarily have to build them right this second, but, you know, we will build them shortly. Basically just going to continue my little plank building setup. Hey, we do have the haulers. Oh, that's where all the employees went. So haulers need to be a low priority. Hauling is not the most important job. That's literally where they all went. That's so funny. Well, maybe we'll actually have it be a little... I'll just reduce the workforce here. I don't need that many builders. Right now, I'm literally not building anything. So that explains a lot. Let's go ahead and cut some of these trees. You can see that lumberjack go up and do that for us. And the water is back. Welcome back, water. Appreciate you. And everything you do for us. Built. Yes. Awesome. So this hauling post... Yo, where's the water at? Has anyone died due to dehydration yet? That is my question. I don't think so. I think they all have a little bit of life left in them. I think when that reaches, beaver will die soon. Well, Matuna, he died of old age. Don't get on me, guys. Don't get on me yet. Hatuna Matata. Let's get some planks going, shall we? I think I only need 1 builder right now based on our resources. Oh, I can't really do planks, actually. Yeah, you guys need to be a little bit higher priority than other things. Mr. Hauling Post. Alright, we still have some people that are still thirsty, guys. What is going on? Alright. Taken care of. 20-hour workday, so hopefully a slightly longer one. I just want to make sure that we don't lose anyone due to thirst. He is getting thirstier. Alright, it's taking a little bit to catch up on thirst, which is highly unfortunate. So close. So close to being mirror images of each other. Alright, someone grew up, someone passed away. Trees are growing again. Don't have the forester going, but I mean, we have quite a few trees set up, just waiting. Alright, I mean, you guys can go get water whenever you want. You guys can get food whenever you want. You're literally working the food industry. Perfect. Okay. Big thumbs up. I'm excited. Think we're figuring life out. Okay, let's go ahead and mark this as the next build. You know, the problem with doing all the planks is I'm literally, I think, building planks with more wood than I actually have, sadly. So, that being said, I think we're going to have to start fixing that. Chestnut trees. Let's see what's maple looking like. Basically locked in. I like it. I like it, I like it, I like it. We don't have that many pine. That's unfortunate. But that is also a-okay. Yeah, that spot's not building. There we go. Beautiful. And that spot's not building. Perfect. Awesome, awesome. Okay, and why are we not cutting these trees down? Why are we not cutting those trees down, folks? Let's see if we can get another lumberjack out there just chopping trees. Chopping down trees. I do have quite a few maples. I like maples. Again, the 30-day, I mean, eight logs. What a return on investment right there, folks. We like that. Okay, so I got the barracks set up. Got the staircase set up. It's going to look great. Gonna be great. What I need actually over here is I need to build a storage for these planks, don't I? Mr. Storage. Make it for planks only. I'm sure the food storage would be great at some point. We got one hauler. He's crushing it. He really is. Researchers, you're doing great. Now, one thing you do want to research is the number cruncher. Takes a long time to get there, but it will produce 10 science an hour. So where these produce 1 an hour and they take a beaver, these require no beavers and then produce 10 an hour. So they're really good to get early game just to start building up that science. Now the way you do that is you just ignore science. You don't spend any science points for about 14 cycles, and then you'll get there. So let's just go ahead and see how we're doing up here. Forester, you're doing great. Oh, he can forest all the way up to there. What was I doing? These are our chestnut trees. Right. Spot on, mate. Nice. Nice. So I can plant also blueberry bushes and dandelions. I don't really care about either of those. Dandelions help with the medicinal recipes. Oop. I may have just emptied out my hauling post. Yep, okay. So let's just start really increasing the number of little ones we can start producing. These just take logs. I'm thinking perhaps that we should possibly start really minimizing our plank build right now. We have quite a bit of planks, which is cool. It's good to see. But we kind of need to really start focusing on others. So let's get some... Oh, I didn't have a guy in here doing blueberries this whole time. My bad. Let's do this. I want this guy as super negative. I want him as that. No, that needs to go the other way around. Always need to have builder at least a builder. So now we're not using planks. We got 58 stored up though. That's a decent amount. That will definitely allow me to build the platform, get this thing built. These don't require planks, the barrackses, which is super nice. Again, that's an early game build. We got a lot of food. I'm glad they can store 50 over here, so that way they don't have to run quite as often. Breeding halted. That was only temporary. Prioritize building by haulers. We don't need to do that on the breeding pods quite yet. All right, though, you guys, this is definitely early game, good setup. I mean, we got our trees growing. We got our 4 different sections of trees, which is mind-boggling. Chestnuts look kind of similar to maples. Oh, different color. No, my OCD-ness did not see. I have an overlap. Oopsie, my bad. We're just gonna ignore some of that. So you're telling me this should be chestnut. Actually, if I just remove this one chestnut tree, I can have a little bit of a cool looking overlap by having the maple be over, just like cut into it a little bit. A little bit. I think it'll look cool. Plus, this is a smaller grid, so this is pretty long. So we'll want to do that. I'm kind of debating if I need another forester. I think I do. No offense. This guy's taking a little bit longer than I like. How can... Oh, there you go. Nice. Nice. Let's do a little Maplethorpe right in there. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're gonna be exploding. Exploding in little baby beavers. So many of them. Oh my goodness. I'm like, why am I still gaining more and more planks? These two guys are running planks. A little plank mafia over here. Okay, I kind of want to start unlocking floodgates. I know I said I need to, like, not do things, but... Actually, I don't need floodgates. What am I thinking? I just need to be ready with water. Well, actually, floodgates would keep my trees alive. Yes, we need floodgates. I love how I just go back and forth with myself, you guys. I don't know what's going on, really. I don't think anyone really knows what's going on with me. Okay. Well, let's do that then. Also, I think to start, I might just build some levees. Or just some dams right here. Just because. Like, just because. Something like that. Normally, I would leave this and I expand down in this area. But right now, let's just build some dams. Because those just take some wood, which is honestly what I'm low on. But it is what it is, brother. If I can build these floodgates here, and then I can build levees up here, then I will be good to go with water. I'm trying to think of, like, what is the smallest amount I can build? I think that might be it. Might be it. Let me just go ahead and squeak. Squeak, squeakity, squeaker. I'm just trying to think of the easiest way to get over here to do this. It's not going to be easy. I may need to do a little district move, which is possible. It's actually almost like it's like a little mini cheat. Not a cheat, it's allowed. Let's go like this, like that. That's gonna just pave me a nice little pathway. So what I can do is I can technically pick up my district and move it somewhere else, which allows me to, like, build over here. This group becomes further away. They all start to cry. Things like that happen. But it means I can then construct all this real quick and then come back. So, floodgate, as I was saying, we want to do some floodgates like this. Now, how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14. That means I need 70 planks. And I already got 70, so that's super. I will, however, need to do a staircase down so they can go all the way to the end and reach the end. Now, this is just temporary staircase. It will get removed because I will want to expand some stuff. I'm really debating if I want to expand this a little bit more because I could have a bigger spatter dock. I don't want to do spatter dock in the other area, although I will say this area was just so good for it. There's just so much. Yeah, I'll do spatter dock over here. It was just way too easy. But I will want to, I think, build some storages for these farms right over here in this water. I loved it. Oh, you're only down to 550 now? Oh, that's one way to just break my heart. You used to be at like 6 something. It's all right. I'm sure once we block some of this up, it'll start forcing more water over. Hey, he's got the planks built. Attaboy. All right. I need one more plank to complete this construction, but then I also need... Hey, guys, our beavers are happy. Oh, they got a place to stay. Or at least... at least some of them did. I think the best 16 actually got a place to stay. That's awkward. Let's Let's go ahead and bump this up in priority. So that way the logs being used is actually good. Can we get a couple more people? I mean, haulers. I don't know what you're hauling. There's not a... I don't have planks going different places. Let's go ahead and get maybe one guy working planks just so we get the planks so we can complete this and complete that. Anyways, nice. So again, you have to unlock, I want to say get your the well-being up to 10 before you can unlock Iron Teeth. Obviously, I've already done that. So if you were to buy this game and start, you'd have to play with the other population first, which they have kids at like a normal pace. I think people just have to be happy or well-fed or something. I wouldn't mind. Yes. Now, let's go tree chopping, shall we? Yep. 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 I'm marking all of those the highest priority I can. Because all those matter. If I can build that, then that's just going to force everything down into here. And then that'll just make these floodgates that much cooler. Go, 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 go. And I just have to, all you have to do is you just have to continuously path behind them. So that gives them more distance that they can go. Just going to go ahead and path in that empty gap. Oh, he's already building. He going to reach that? Oh, awesome. Also, is this marked to deconstruct? I don't think it is. It is now. Oh, what? This guy just grew. Hey, yo. You can't be just doing that on me, man. Awesome. So, that is the end of the construction site. As you can see, that is as far as I can reach. So I need to move my district center over a little bit, which, if we just do this real quick, if we delete the district center, Vancouver, and we rebuild it, doesn't cost anything. No one is the wiser. And voila. Let's see. Do we get... So we got some more room. Look at that. So hopefully now we can resume our construction. Ah, of course there's another flood and it's going to hit before I can finish. La! Just pissed off. Oh, good. All my beavers now have a place to live. Namaste. That's good. I'm really hoping I can get all this taken care of. Really hope I can get all this taken care of before the flood hits or before the drought hits, but I don't think I will. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna be one away. Oh, because they can reach at an angle. Oh no, we'll be fine. We'll be just fine, buddy. Because right now I'm going to just levy right there. Block ourselves in. Well-being keeps going up. Awesome. I like that. It went back down, but you know what? It was up for a second. And that's what really matters. Yeah, we're definitely not going to be able to get these floodgates in time because they take 10 logs and 5 planks. So they basically take 3 more resources than these do. They are a little bit closer though. But no, I mean, in the fact we only have 2 days left. Not looking too good. Got this big empty gap. Wonder what was there. Sorry there, district center. Oh. Also, this is probably going to be the first metal I tap into, the first runes. I think it's the closest. Yeah, well, I mean, this is pretty close as well. Maybe I'll just dig over to here. Basically, what I can do is, once I get to a certain point, you can build a metal mine, and you can just... Metal. Whatever humans were doing down there, it sure required lots of metal. Yeah. That requires treated planks. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, 4,000 research. Ugh. That'll be a hot minute. I don't think we're going to get this done. Not even this part. We have plenty of logs. I think it's just such a far hike for these guys. Getting so hungry and so thirsty. Are they only carrying 2 every time? Plus, they're probably not sleeping because by the time they get back, it's already daytime. Alrighty. Yeah, so that's just going to take some time to build. Cool. We will go into drought mode, which is fine. Our trees will not grow for a certain number of days. So I'm actually going to build a water wheel right next to it, and that I did that once before, and both water wheels suffered. I don't know what it did; it just destroyed the current. But I'll show you guys how I'll build it because it'll be a little different. Because I can't build it on the pathway. So if you look at this, I can't build it here because there's a path in the way. So I'll have to build a bridge or a staircase up over platform, staircase down. I'm not going to build it quite yet because we should have other priorities being built. I'm super glad, though, that I got these 2 barracks. People are happier. And I know I say a big game where it's like I don't care about their well-being, but it is good to see them moving a little bit quicker, building a little bit faster. And we'll get it up even more, even greater. Yeah, workplaces, this is doing decently. And the drought has hit. We can go ahead and remove you from the water place. We will leave this guy just running the whole time. And again, look, we can still grow our carrots, no problem. That is so cool. But up here, sadly, our trees have died. Not died, but they do not grow. Foresters will not plant. But now these guys don't have to worry about water. Not that they do, because they're beavers, and they can literally, I think no matter how deep it is, they can go in the water and they tread water while they build. So it's really awesome, adorable, cute. Oh, I wonder if the reason why I ran out of water last time is because of these. The breeding pods, they do consume water. Maybe I wasn't adding that into the factor. I think they may also consume 2 a day. Or it's just 1 a day and they just have 2 as a storage. I have so many wood. I'm just going to keep building planks this whole time. So I'm going to send 2 guys to go ahead and do that for me. And then I will just, this water pump will continue pumping. I can prioritize it, but there's only like 2 different facilities right now. So as you can tell, this guy has logs, and he should always get logs and never have to stop working. Guys, I need a demonstration here. Okay, if I look at this, we have 6 of these guys. Okay, we have 8 logs, 7 logs, 6 logs. Can a hauler please demonstrate what I'm... Oh, there we go, 12 logs. So that way he never has to stop working, so he can just be 100% productive. As long as this wheel is going. And the wheel should always be going. So, that's good. These guys, obviously they have not been being run, so they do not have any logs in them. Perfect. Oh, I don't even need this one. So that should block the water. Now, it's not effective. Or it doesn't look good, I should say. It'll be effective. Don't you worry. Oh, good, we can reach all these. Okay, so... due to the fact that this right here is just going to be easy to build, it's just logs, we're going to go ahead and do that next. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and prioritize these guys. So I'm actually going to do this. And the nice thing is, as you can tell, synchronize with adjacent floodgates. So what that allows me to do is I can just have all these floodgates set on one thing, so I can raise them or lower them all together. And you can see that action happening even though they're not built yet. So when I want to conserve water, I raise it to 1, and that's going to block 100% of the water. When I want to let water through, I just have it at 0.5, or I could have it at 0.0 if I wanted. So, super fun fact, super fun feature. Hey, buddy, how you doing, water wheel? We will get you a sibling here at some point. Don't you worry, buddy. In the meantime, we are going to try and conserve water next time as best as we can. So, yeah, we're just going to do dams here, and we're going to have this at 0.5, meaning all the water is going to flow through this floodgate, meaning it's going to pass by this water wheel, hopefully, at a nice, fast pace. Hopefully. I'm debating, I don't know if I want all these platforms here. Let's go ahead and demolish some of these. Only reason why, I might want to throw some water wheels on this side, because I might be able to generate a pretty good current over here. And we may be able to generate a good amount of power on this side and just hit them all in the middle. Who knows? All right, are you guys still finishing up these dams real quick? Only time you guys are going to hear me swearing. We've got about half an hour left on the stream, you guys. Not going to lie, it's not a bad beginner build. Not a bad start to the game. We finally dammed off the water over there. We got it dammed off here. We're going to be building up the floodgates all within about the 2 hours. That's not too shabby. I do want to try to get us into golems, and I am trying to think part 2 if we're going to be able to do that or not. Hopefully we can. Wait, I have 2 people. Wow, we already have 34 beeves. Okay. I guess we are going to need to then build platforms and get these next 2 going. Let's just build one side first. Unpause that. So as soon as the priority stuff is done, they can go ahead and build those things. The drought has ended. I'm actually going to start these all at height 0, just for fun, just to let water through as much as I can. So that way, hopefully the water wheel will be going as fast as you can. And there is our first floodgate. Oh, isn't it beautiful? And then here's how you, boop, you raise it, you lower it. Now, one thing I would like the devs to do is create a sort of smart system so that maybe when there's a sensor up here that goes down to 0 water, it would automatically flip this up into height 1. You know, I could run some sort of wire or something. That would be so cool. And obviously we're talking about beavers. We're talking about wood instruments with some metal. We're not talking about like these beavers don't necessarily have computing knowledge. But yeah, I think that'd be super cool. All right, dude, I need you to start cranking out. Let's go ahead and pause those 2. Let's open up 2 of those. Get some planks going. Although I don't, let's just do 1 plank. I don't want to use up too much of the wood because I need 10 wood per these. And until my trees start to grow again, we're going to need all the wood we can get. Especially because we're going to want to be building a barracks here soon. They make cute little noises. Nice. So the dams worked well. They just kind of rerouted the water. So yeah, so all the water's coming through. So you can see that's not a bad speed. It's not obviously as fast as this. This is just cruising. I'll definitely probably build the other water wheel right here just at the beginning. I think that'll just be good. Can I have someone finish this? This is at 95% built. Can I just have one builder beaver just go and drop by? Boom. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks, brother. Cool. All right, guys. We are hopefully going to be doing and getting this taken care of next. This is awesome. As you can tell, though, our food has not been a problem at all. This is the best part I love about this map is you can just get over to this food island. Tons of carrots. Tons of carrots. I don't even know how many it is, but it's just like, I bet these carrots have just been sitting here for days on end, not being harvested. So what's going to be good is I'm going to build a big storage facility over here as well, so I can store up to like thousands of food. And that'll just help out a lot. So, oh, we got an injured beaver. Vuzashi. Injured. Hey, we got 1 unemployed beaver, and that's even with the haulers full. Not, oh, well, let's... Let's get them working the water, shall we? Good idea. I'm going to get this forester built as well. Due to the fact that I have some... Oh, I can actually move this guy back. Let's go ahead and do that real quick, just so that way it's back where it needs to be. I don't think I have to move him back at all. Vancouver. For population. Beautiful. And you're right there. So priority always goes hauling post. They go away first. Next is builders. So as I need other people for other jobs, that's how it's going to roll. Okay, I have an extra person, so let's just go ahead and send them onto the planks. We have 5 people not sleeping good. They're not sleeping in their homes. They're sleeping on the streets. All right, they're not doing super good. Let's see if we can get them so we can get our overall well-being up. Nice. We got someone working the forester. 2 foresters that should cover. Oh, my dam shut down all of this. Oh, that's not good. Okay, let's destroy one of them and let water through. Let's destroy. It is unfortunate, but let's just go ahead and do that. Let the water through. Let the water through. Oh, I didn't even think about that. I thought that there would be enough come. Oh, I guess it just probably goes and just ends out there. All right, I need you to keep on going, buddy. But go this way, all right? Just keep going this way. Just That's not good. All right, let's let another one through. This is why I like to build floodgates, because you can kind of control, hey, I want to let more water through. I don't want to let that much through. But you can't walk on top of floodgates. One thing you need to know, you can't walk on top of them. They have this cool little roof situation. Wait, sorry. Yeah, no, you can't. Yep, keep flowing, keep flowing, keep flowing. So trees will die over time. Ooh, that one's almost dead. Yikes. All right, let's just let it all through. We can rebuild as floodgates, especially now that we unlocked it. We won't be able to walk on it, but you know what? I think we will be a-okay. I'll just build some platforms in front. And I'm going to destroy these ones as well over here. Well, that was a good waste of some resources. Oh, they're only super precious. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys. We're okay. Let's do that there, and let's just go ahead. We'll just build one platform. We don't need to go that far into it. Obviously, I don't want double paths. That's just not aesthetically pleasing. And surprisingly enough, I'm actually going to prioritize this as the new top priority, just because we still got some time to build that. Okay, well, that's looking much nicer. I think a little bit of it has to do with the, oh yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Woo! I don't know if I lost any trees or not, but I'm glad to see that worked out well. So I can actually chop all the way to the back now. Let's do that, shall we? Chop down trees all the way back to there, and then let's plant trees. Some chestnut trees all the way back to there. Good. Alrighty. I enjoy a little bit longer work days sometimes, you know, it really gets the blood pumping, blood flowing. One vacancy. Oh, that's probably gonna be my hauling post. Yeah, no worries. Hey, come on. There we go. I don't need to set these to prioritize because there's only one recipe, but you know, just to make sure that they're all set up correctly. No goods in stock. Oh, I bet our haulers are just hauling all of that food. Well done, you guys. I'm proud of you. All right, I got a lot of planks, not a lot of wood. Are any of these guys close? 9%, 15. Oh, these must have just been harvested recently. That probably explains why I felt like I had a lot of wood at one point, because these probably all just got harvested hardcore, which is good. Oh man, guys, this game is just something else. I don't know what it is about it. It's just super, super fun and entertaining. Woo! 750. Oh, probably because the levee was in full swing. So we're forcing a lot more water down. And a lot of it likes to just crank around that and hit it. Now, I've seen some at like 1,000 horsepower. I believe that if you were to block off so that there was only a 2-slot gap and you put one of these two width water wheels, that would probably be it. I also don't know though, because I think you can technically build a water wheel in deeper water, and I don't know if the deeper in it is, maybe the more power it will generate. So you see how this one is actually, the depth of the water is almost halfway up? Well, this one over here, this one's only barely touching the bottom, I think. It's like basically 1 depth in, whereas this would technically be 2 depth in. I could be wrong, but I don't know if that also impacts it. I don't think so. Or maybe it's the same. Yeah, who knows. But I do want to build one right here, which will probably screw up my whole power situation. But you know what, guys? That's something we just got to learn together. We're going to learn it together, folks. I am tempted to put a little chestnut grabber up here just for kicks and giggles. Let's go ahead and do that. I do not want to cut down these back 2 rows of chestnuts. And I'm just going to have a little gatherer who's actually probably not even going to be activated. And you are going to prioritize some chestnuts. Actually, I do have an empty unemployed person, so I guess we could just leave him be. All right, these floodgates are built. Let's go ahead and put them down to 0. Yeah, let's put these floodgates down to 0. I don't want to drain my trees again. All right, we are almost done building this floodgate over here. Which once I've done that, then we have officially created a quote-unquote dam situation where we are going to be able to hold on to all this water in here if we time things. Which timing is key, because a lot of times you will see the drought, say you have 3 days, you'll forget about it until the drought hits. And you start to see your water diminish, and you're like, oh crap, you pause the game and you'll go raise your floodgates. You'll save a little bit of water, but not quite as much as you would like. Sorry, it's too far away. You guys, mind blown. Normally they can like reach over at an angle. Oh, it's probably because the build is on the ground. That's got to be it. Okay, that makes more sense. I was a little curious as to why beavers were going over here. Because normally the beavers can reach at an angle and build. So I'm kind of curious as to why that wasn't working. We got 2 unemployed beavers. You know what? We don't have a lot of wood, but I kind of just want to just build up planks because planks are so crucial to just like everything as the game goes on. Gears take planks to turn into gears. Let's actually start doing that. Let's get 2 gear shops going. Gears will also be important down the road. I'm going to go ahead and bump this up in priority and this up into priority. I'm going to say this can be planks and gears. Yeah. I think that's going to, okay, good. Maps out to 100. And planks. I'm going to put a 100 on that. This is at the full 200, or it's just, I mean, maybe you don't have to put anything on it. That's pretty cool as well. Alrighty. We got one of our gatherers. Foresters, what are you guys building right now? Or what are you planting? Not building. Foresters don't build trees. They plant trees. Megatronics, morning. How's Timberborn? I've looked at this game a few times, but never ended up buying it. It's really fun, Meg. They just released robots, aka golems, that you can build. And it's just really, it's really fun how they have this whole like power structure. And just, it's like a normal city management game. The beginning's really tough. So I will say beginning, you got to build up food and water. Just high importance, and then from then on you want to normally try to dam up an area as best as you can to kind of do that. But once you get through past the first part and you kind of get up those food and water storages and create a safety net, like over here I have this area where there's a lot of water. That's because the water, the ground is deeper, so there will always be water here even when there's a drought. So this is like, this food will never go away. Once you get that, then you can start building up your colony, if you will. And it just becomes super fun. I have a different build game going on where I'm trying to basically create a massive robot golem workforce that does everything, and then my normal beavers just relax and enjoy life. That's what I'm trying to do, and it involves quite a bit of power. There's gravity batteries, which they introduced, and they also allowed it so you can actually terraform the world now by having dirt excavators that can only be worked by the golems, and then they can go and plant the dirt as terrain blocks that just turn into normal grass and such like that. So, but it's really fun. It's a good fun management game, and just trying to grow your quote-unquote beaver colony and keep them alive. So, again, I really do enjoy it. And the update 2.0 has really added, I think, quite a bit to the game. I think it's just still on sale right now. I think they had it listed at 20% off, so I think instead of being $30, I think it's, you know, $24. I could be wrong. I think that's what the price was. Maybe it was only 10% off. But we are so close on these floodgates. I want to finish off this so then I will be dammed up for good, and I will be able to keep these trees growing even during a drought. Eventually, I will want to dam up probably somewhere like over here. That will be good. And at some point, we'll need to dam up these exits because we don't want water to exit our world unless we say that it can. But right now, we're doing A-OK. Great idea until the golems start self-learning and eventually overthrow their beaver masters. Indeed. Indeed. They do have a number crunching machine that helps gain research. Maybe the golems will use that to create artificial intelligence and overthrow, indeed. the beaver masters. But who is the master at that point? Maybe it's the golems. Dun 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 dun. They become too smart. The beavers become too complacent. But they also have fun things like this water wheel where it generates more power based on the current. So if you put it in a higher current area, it'll generate more power. So just fun little things. Fun little things like that. You could also build everything on water if you want. You can build them on platforms. So I could have a total water-based area if I wanted to. A water-based base. Giggity. All right, I want to build some gravity batteries for storing the excess energy. We have a good amount of planks. We don't have as much lumber because of these droughts, but hopefully this will be not as severe anymore. I am tempted. This is a good... There's a lot of trees over here. I'm tempted to just go ahead and build a path over to there and start eating those guys up. Although, wait, we're already over here. Why don't we just build a quick platform to that pathway, something like this, and then we'll build a couple of lumberjack flags. Since we have unemployed beavers, let's do that. And then that way we will go ahead and expand. Boom! We have the floodgate. So now I can block all water if I want and say, no, water stays here. Or I let it go, because if I block it, then my water wheel won't run. So during the droughts, I can hold on to even more water, keeping our beavers and our trees all nice and safe. So that's good. That's what we want to see. Because I think what's going to be impacted is this line of trees will be able to stay green. This one's in the back will technically slowly start to die off. But you know what? We will at some point dam up this section. In fact, can we build? Can I send any builders up here? I'm really thinking about going ahead and figuring out a way to just to do a dam up here. And do it before the next flood. So let's go ahead and let's demolish these resources. Yeah, I think we're going to do it. Because what will happen is that even if we can just maintain a little bit of water, I mean, theoretically speaking, we'd have to go down and dam this up and dam that up and technically dam this up. But we can maybe at least get to a certain point where we can be happy and confident. All right, 3 days till the next drought, so we can test out and see our floodgate theory and see how it works. Also, I kind of want to get this large barracks built at some point. Let's put that up to a little bit higher priority. Although I guess the stairs next to it should also be at a decent priority, or else they won't be able to reach them. Man, it is nice, you guys. Once you get to the floodgate point, whew, once you've built up a nice little dam section for yourself, you feel like you can relax a little bit. Not a lot, but just a little bit. Nothing to do in range. Oh, good. That just means I have to mark the trees. All right, guys, let's chop down all of these. I think these are all birch trees, so they don't have any other use besides being chopped down. I'm only going to get 1 wood per, but you know what? That's all right. Chop, chop, chop. Hauling posts. I need you guys to continue just hauling resources as much as possible. And this should hopefully get us a good amount of logs. I could put a forester area over here as well. I mean, I guess I could just do a massive birch one so I can have the quick return. Not quite as good. It's 9 days for 1 tree. Maybe I'll just do a bunch of pine, because pine is only 3 more days, but it gets you 2 more, or it gets you an additional log. That might be a good idea. I actually do not think I'm going to be able to dam this up before the next drought, so we're going to just leave that for next time. 2 more days maintaining. We have our building projects going on. What is priority right now? Is it just the barracks? Oh yeah, that barracks is going up real quick. I'm liking my plank storage. This is that's a really, really good number of planks. In fact, I think we're probably going to be overflowing our storage here soon. But once we get the gears going, the gears will also technically require planks. So get that with 3 more logs built, and then people will have a place to sleep. Although looking at it, I literally only have 3 empty beds, so I'm gonna have to start building this guy when we have extra time, which we will shortly, because as soon as this water starts flowing during the drought, I will have 4 more jobs that suddenly open up, because those plank workers will not be able to build planks. and the gear workers will not be able to gear it up. So let's go ahead and continue. All right, I guess we could technically activate this power and get the gears or the planks going there, but I'm not too worried about it. This will give me some extra jobs, so hopefully we can maybe chop down those trees and get to work in other places while we have a drought. Droughts are good for kind of developing in other areas, which is always important. Let's go ahead and get this platform built. I'm trying to click on this platform that's supposed to be right here. Good. Get that one built. Good. Good. That will allow me to build the next gear. So again, gears take planks to make gears. It takes 3 hours for one plank to get turned into one gear. Planks, however, take only 1.3 to do one wood to one plank. So roughly one lumber mill that makes planks can feed into 2 gear machines or 2 gear workshops. Also, Meg, you may have missed early on, I named my first 2 beavers Justin and Haley Beaver, which means that this technically is Canada and my first town is Vancouver. Although, is it technically Vancouver, BC? Oh, I forgot to do my floodgates, guys. I said this earlier. You can't forget, but I just looked and saw my water diminish. Floodgates go up and stop whatever's left, which isn't anything. That was not good. Oh my gosh, I got so distracted. So the whole reason I built the floodgates was to keep these trees growing during the drought, but sadly that's not the case. Oh my goodness. That cracks me up. I am so dumb. Oh, okay. Well, now there's not going to be any more power here, so let's go ahead and undo those. I guess we can just leave these running until the power officially goes all the way out, which you will be notified by the little red gear above it. That is so funny. I told myself not to let that happen, and it totally did. That's where I wish they had the smart situation where I could have a little sensor that notifies me. But again, we are talking about beavers and wood and metal. Although they can build robots, so maybe we'll get to that point. For some reason, my food is super duper low. Now, I've seen this happen before, and I don't know why it happened before, but I panicked one time because it did get so low. I think it's just because I have so many beavers now that we might need to sort this out sooner rather than later. So let's go ahead and let's build another farm. Another farmhouse. Actually, let's do another 2 farmhouses. Just to be safe. Okay. So we'll have a total of 4 farmhouses. We'll have a planter and a harvester and a planter and a harvester on both sides. I think it's just that we can't harvest fast enough. I think that's definitely the case. Oh my goodness, my trees are not growing. Ugh. Oh man, that is too easy to have happen, sadly. Sorry, someone just got stranded. Where? Oh, I think he's stranded up here. Okay, well he is on top of this building and he cannot be reached. I need a definitely priority than this because I don't want him to die, obviously. I mean, this is just obvious. So I need to stop this plank manufacturer so it does not use up my logs because that is... I only have so many logs left. I guess I could technically build a lumberjack up here and just start chopping down these trees. All right. Okay, just one more. Boom, no longer stranded. All right, and now everyone has a place to sleep. Good. I have a lot of unemployed people, but you know what? That's okay right now. Right. 3 more days. Yeah, my food source. That is really interesting. I am not sure as to why that is. but it is. All right, maple trees. Let's go ahead and not cut down the back 2 rows. Actually, we'll go ahead and unmark the back. Yeah, we'll do the back 2 rows. So that way we can get maple from that. And then same thing on this side. Let's do the back 2 rows of this. Wait, can this reach all the way? Oh, cool. Well, then let's do this. Mark that, but then let's plant the pine back here. And those guys will not be chopped. So again, I will be able to tap into these with a tapper shack, and that will get me some resources. The pine resin and maple syrup. Guess what maple syrup goes to, guys? Actually, don't know. I think it's... What can be made? Maple syrup goes into sweets, pastries, numbers. Yeah, it takes 1 flour, 1 maple syrup, and 0.1 wood. So 1.1 log can make 3. So 1 log can make 30 pastries. That's not bad. Okay, so our food supplies, for some reason, again, I don't know why it's going down so much. So I'm just going to start prioritizing these things like ASAP. Let's do this one second priority, only because this one's almost built. Yeah, I have all this food. I just don't know what happens. I think it's just I can't collect it fast enough. Also, my water's going down. I guess we do technically have 48 beavers, so they do probably consume a decent amount of food and water. Come on, guys, let's get this built. Oh, am I out of logs? I am... No, this should be built. This guy should be working. All right, we're going to go ahead and build another 2 lumberjack flags up here. Just no reason. Just think it'd be smart. Oh, yeah, there's already one naturally over there. Okay. And then let's go ahead and cut down all the trees in this whole area. There's no more holding back. We haven't quite hit the panic mode, you know. We're guys, we're fine. We're doing okay. Also, why has this never been chopped down? Oh, probably because it hasn't been. Oh, it can't be reached. Well, now that logic makes sense. Still can't reach it? Okay. Alrighty then, brother. Well, let's just go ahead and remove that. I think if I really wanted to reach it, I'd have to build a path. Well, let's just do this then. We won't use the natural staircase that they have provided. We will use our own staircase that we have provided. All right. Yeah, get to work just getting food, you guys. Get food, get food. Water's a little bit of a pain in the butt. Ooh, can I do something fun? Sort of. Be a lot of work. We're out of water. But I don't really want to build another one. So we're just going to leave it as is. Just so many of my beavers are like, who is this person in charge of us? He is the worst. I know. I'm so sorry. I'm so stingy when it comes to using resources. Anyways. And of course I let my whole drought hit. So dumb of me. So dumb. All right. We're going to get this built next, and then we will hopefully at that point have we'll have 4 farms going to work, 4 farmhouses. So we should have absolutely no problem anymore with collecting the food. Fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed. Let's see the water coming on in. Let's go ahead and unpause this water tank so as soon as the water hits, he can start getting it. There we go. Look at us. Now we're chopping down trees. All I had to do is... Wait, that's weird. All I had to do is build up that weird path. Very interesting. Someone's stranded. Oh, he got stuck behind it. That is hilarious. It sucks to have to waste resources, buddy. Next time, try not to do that. Okay. As a matter of fact, to prevent that from happening again, I'm going to go ahead and just cease and desist those. Okay, perfect. Although, I don't know how I'm supposed to destroy this. This guy was not here back in the day. Now he is. Alright, I hope no one dies due to dehydration or food. I still have 2 unemployed beavers. Let's put them into work in the gear shed. So the nice thing is, even though I don't have these operational, again, power will transfer through buildings, and these will operate because the power transfers through it all. Man, we do have a couple beavers, don't we? Yeesh. Guys, we have tons of carrots. We just gotta harvest them. Obviously the water, we gotta start pumping that a little bit faster if we can. Let's go ahead and pause some of these little pods. I know we're growing our workforce pretty quickly, which is awesome. Also terrifying. So I can't reach this, sadly. I have to do some fun little platform down here, and then I can do it. But at that point, I might as well just go down to where I want to go in the first place, which is here. Because this is where I want to. This is where I want to build the dam. Well, actually, I want to build it one further back. You know, less is more. Now, this is going to be a single floodgate. Yep, we're just going to keep it as single. Or I could technically... No, we'll just do a single. I love when I convince myself to do things or not do things. It's really quite an entertaining thing. Let's do... No, let's not do that. No, don't do it. Don't be silly. Okay. Way to convince yourself there, Stenberg. All right. Hey, nice. What day is September 22nd? Tomorrow. 10 a.m. All right. That's set up real quick. Dun dun dun. Make way for Prince Ali. Marked it. I may need more water pumps. This does not seem to be pumping water quite as fast as I would like. So that's awkward. Okay. I thought this would be so cool to do. It's just going to take a little extra work to get to, and it probably is not what I... Wait, actually, that's going to be flooded. What am I thinking? It's not cool to do. But what would be cool is if I just built cool little platforms right here. A double right here. And then I was like, hey, water right there. That's a little bit cooler. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure why the water is such an issue right now. We got 50 beavers, each consuming 2, I think possibly 2 water a day. I guess that's 100 water. These produce 0.33 an hour. They work 20 hours. That's 60. 120 water. So I'm not sure why we're not quite able to catch up to it. I just hope we don't lose beavers. I have yet to lose one due to starvation or water dehydration. So, but that's a lot of yellow. Yellow is not really a good thing. You know what I want to do? I want to do another building, beaver builder's hut. It gets you 4 more builders, and I think that's just going to be awesome right now. Like, we could really use more builders because that's just going to speed up our builds. In fact, well, this is priority number 1, right? Okay, good. And it obviously always needs to be like that. This will be number 2. This will be middle. Oh no, this will be orange. Workplace. And as many workers as I can, which, yeah, 4. Yeah, because I want to be able to build these things quickly. And the more builders you have, the quicker it goes. So it's a win-win. Harley, win. Okay, we guys, come on. I know you got plenty of planks in there. I don't want to make it a 22-hour workday, but I need to get this built. Sadly, like super quick. All right, you know what? It is what it is. We may lose some to dehydration, possibly. I don't know for sure. It's always a possibility. I need this built. Technically, we should be able to have 2 beavers at a time bringing wood. I mean, technically, all 4 could bring wood at a time in reality. Okay. All right. I just need 1 more delivery and then a builder to finish it. There we go. There we go. Dude, 20 more %, buddy. 20 more %. I think he went for water. Okay, I had 2 die of old age. That's normal. Old age is good. That's a good way to go. And we should have a beaver in here pumping new grass. All right, he's already in there. Good. So that'll give our farmers also a water source much closer to them. I really should invest in some big water tanks. In fact, we're going to go ahead and do that. Since we're getting some gears, let's go ahead and just build one right here, because this is right next to where they all wake up and go to bed. And that way they can just stop right by on their way to bed or waking up in the morning and build it. Now, I have 8 builders. So this building should be built. How many times can I use the word build? Pretty quickly. Especially when I say it needs to be the highest priority. They're going to be grabbing planks. They're going to be grabbing gears. We're going to be getting what we need. And hopefully building this ASAP. Oh yeah, we're building it quick. Now, oh my goodness, I thought it said beaver was dead. I panicked for a hot second. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pause this one and this one. We're going to leave this one to go ahead and finish that building off. Okay, we just have an injured beaver. All right, we got a big water tank. I don't know if these water pumps are building quite as fast as I want them to be. You know what I mean? Hey, look at these guys. They're doing the job. Good stuff, you guys. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Keep on doing the good work. That's the nice thing about having 8 builders, is they really can cruise really fast. I mean, again, that's 180 water that should be technically being accumulated during a day. I think I need another water pump. It really doesn't hurt to have extra water pumps. Like, it's not that big of a deal. It's not big deal in a bad way. Okay, let's go ahead and destroy these 3 and just put a big guy right here. Oh, in case you're wondering, yeah, small ones, capacity 30, big ones, 300. 10 times as much storage. I was going to say, like, as good, which is not proper English. 10 times better. That's better English. Okay, we'll just build that there. And it takes up the space of 3 water tanks. So 3 spaces for 10 times the amount. Yeah, that's a win. So what I want to do is build another water tank. I'm just trying to figure out the best way and place to do it. I'm just going to build it right here because I want it next to this big water tank. I just think that will just be really good for everyone involved. And why don't we go ahead and do some decoration. Let's put a shrub right here because a lot of people walk in and out of these places because it is, well, quite literally where they all live. So yeah, and this always needs to be the highest priority of someone in there. Okay, our water should slowly start building up. Our carrots and our food, though. I have so many farmers. It doesn't, I guess, say how... Maybe I do need to start looking into old Spatterdock. Well, Spatterdock be coming. Here we go. I'm going to build up my Spatterdock facility. And we're going to do it really, honestly, as quickly as we can. And you might be wondering what we're doing here. I'm not really sure. I actually am going to have to wall off this whole section. That will just dam it up, keep water in. No, I want to wall up over here. Yep. Can we reach? Oh, we should have no problem reaching over there, actually. That should be easy money. I'm just going to do a full-on levee. Block the whole thing off. Not a care in the world. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. But I'm going to go ahead and do it from this angle. Because I don't know if that path over there is going to do it. This one's just going to be a big, massive... ugly one, so please, if you don't like ugly things, look away for just a quick second. All right, you can look again. No, I'm just kidding. It's still ugly, but that should do that, and that should allow for that. Now, builders, I have 8 of them. They're not doing anything else. Hey, look at this. This guy's looking good. It's going to hold water in, which is what we want to have happen. Oh, we will need to build all the way down here. I thought I did it, and I did not. Okay, we are going to have to probably assign another district just to build. Sadly. Oh, that's going to be unfortunate, but I can't really think of anything else that I can do to stop it. Yeah, okay. Well, at least now we know. I'm kind of tempted temporarily to just block things off here for my spatter dock because I really do need it. So let's go ahead. Okay, let's go ahead and just do this. You guys, super low priority. We're gonna go ahead and build a floodgate right here as high priority. Trying to think here. What's the shortest distance, but I also get a good amount of return? Actually, let's just go ahead and do it. Let's do it right here. No, because I'll need that ladder. Let's do it right here. Sure. And this is going to be high priority because we need to get this built. And this is also high priority. Okay, there we go. My thinking, I already have this blocked. Sorry guys, we are just making a lot of late decisions because I'm starting to panic a little bit. Not sure why. I mean, there's no need to panic. But you know, it's just kind of a fun part of the old game where you know you just start to freak out a little bit. No, I'm just gonna build spatter dock right here. We literally have facilities. We can do it. Aquatic farmhouse. You know, there should be no problem whatsoever. I just simply build it. Like I have all of this area that I could plant spatter dock for days. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Spatter dock for days. Spatter dock for days, they say. Okay. Let's build it off of this. Do a pathway here. Nope, nope, wrong button. Wrong button, little panic. Right, we'll do food, aquatic farmhouse, and then I'll do a staircase down from here into the world, down below, because aquatic farmhouse is actually built in the water. Spatter docks. Now, I did not look to see what the range is on this. Okay, perfect. So I'm literally going to fill up all of this. Well, not all of it. I'm going to leave a little gap for a path. Well, I can do that later. Sorry, there is a random road out there. We're just going to throw up as much spatter dock as we just about can. Got it? Good. And let's make this priority 9. And then what else I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to build a cooking facility right next to it. Because you need to grill the spatter dock into food. So, oh, look at these little aesthetics. They're crushing it. Well done, shrubs. All right. Now, the spatter dock, they take X amount of days to grow. They will basically die immediately if you do not have water. They will die within like, I think it's like 0.3 days. So if you lose water, you're toast. You're done. I'm just gonna collect these blueberries. I don't know why I haven't collected those blueberries yet. These ones, they're pretty good as well. Yeah, we'll get over there. We'll collect some blueberries. Buzzing. Buzzing. Not a priority, of course, but it'll be good to just have a little. It's good to have obviously backup plans, right? Hey, it's a backup. It's a plan in case everything goes to poop. That is great. I need this to be built in the off time. So this is more of a low priority builds. This is super high priority. This one also up there. Hey, look, we already got this guy going. Can I see him? There they go. They're planting their little spatter dock. Look at the little beavers. They're kind of treading water a little bit. Not a whole lot, but just a little bit. Man, how am I running out of food? Again, I could have swore this was enough food for like my whole colony. Because later on in the game, I will just... Oh, good. They chopped down all the trees. Well done. We're going to pause all of these because, you know, trees are chopped down. No longer needed. Let's see. Nice. I might do other setups of farms. Like I might do another 1 or 2 of these. Let's do it off of this, actually. This would be great. I were to demolish that and have a staircase right here. And then I went like this and I said, hey, I just met you. This is crazy. Just have a staircase just going like, or a walkway like that. And then I just have aquatic farmhouse here, aquatic farmhouse here. Just have back-to-back aquatic farmhouses to help with the building. All right, and all of that. But it's not taking up any of my land, which is the cool aspect. That's what I like about this game. Is you can build on top of things, right? You can like build platforms and then build. All right, that food's looking better. Unconnected building. How did they get over and build that? Can they build up? Interesting. I don't know. The more you know. Dun -dun -dun -dun. Look at that. My floodgate right there is maintaining water. The only problem is, again, water is going to slowly just drain out of here. Now, it's very slowly draining, so it may last during a drought for a little bit, but you are going to do grilled spatterdock. So, obviously, there's not really anything to cook yet, but when he does have something to cook. Hold up. How can I have a vacancy and an unemployed? Okay, there you go. Dude, come on, guys. There is nothing over here yet. We need to build the bridge. Calm down. We only have 100 planks left, so we may need to start building up some planks, or we just need to pause the gears. Which I'm thinking maybe we just pause. Maybe let's do this. Let's do 1 gear off, 1 plank on. The only thing is with doing planks is I start losing wood. And for some reason, I have 0 wood. All right, guys, we're going to do a forester over here, and we are just going to just blitz all pine over here because pine does a really good job of a decent return on a decent investment. So let's just go ahead and blitz all of this pine. I'm going to go ahead and demolish these annoying little dandelions that are in my way. This guy, these 2 guys that are in the way. Nope, pine. I almost selected birch. I would have been so disappointed with myself. Boom. We're literally planting as much as it will allow me, just about. 3 days. Okay, we are going to mark. All right, we're going to mark this down. We're actually going to block water this time. Okay, I promise you guys. That is a promise from me. I'm keeping my eye on that. 3 days. 3 days. 3 days. All right. Now, if I don't do it correctly, then I will. I don't know. I'm bad at doing ultimatums. I don't know, guys. I'm panicked. All right, I panicked. See, look, my carrots are all the way back up. So I don't know what happened. I think at some points in the game, maybe when I did do longer work days, they consume more food. I don't know. We'll drop them down to 18-hour work days just to be nice. Almost have all the spatterdock planted. So again, I think it's good to have 1 planter. Oh wow, this guy doesn't quite cover as much terrain as I would have liked. What if we instead do it on this side? Delete that. How does this look on this side? Okay, he can cover it all. All right, good. That's better. Go ahead and delete. Piece. Honestly, though, I don't even think I need all of these over here because in reality, they'll be able to walk up. You know, they'll be able to go through that. Hey, they're happier. Why is that? Oh, the shrub. Let's go. Shrub-a-dub-dub. Me and some grub. All right, all right, all right. I love it. It's just a staircase leading to nowhere. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Drama. Yo, those beavers sped out of there. That is awesome. All right, so we should technically have 1 empty job. Good. Whew. I actually do want to prioritize this as a high priority. I mean, it doesn't take that much work, you guys. Let's just come on, let's finish it up. I'm concerned. So what you can do at some point is we could do paper and dynamite, and we can create canals, which will just always have water in them. That's probably what I should have prioritized to keep these trees alive, but I don't. I like to use the natural water and like just dam things up and create mega dams. Also, you can build cool like three-tiered water reservoirs that stores just a bunch of water, and then you just boop, release it out. Like I could theoretically, I don't know, dig down, create like a triple floodgate, or do something up, and just store a bunch of water. But I don't find the need for that. There's a whole lot of water that I have access to if I need it. So we are in good shape. We've got a good amount of gears. Actually, we have a good amount of gears. Next thing I kind of want to get is, honestly, I need to start doing a smelter because I want these number crunchers. They are so good. I actually need to build another water wheel. I told you guys I was going to do this a while ago. We're going to do it right now. These guys are going to freak out. They're like, yo, we can't make it. We don't know what's happening. I'm just going to do this. Now, again, this may end up just screwing me over because I don't know. Again, I don't know. Hold up. I can't build a platform over that. Or, eh. Well, that's not quite as I planned it. I thought I could build a platform over this thing, but this must just be considered a part of the building itself and is unplatformable. That's not good. Okay, so we're gonna have to demolish some of these resources real quick. All right, I need these to be the highest priority for the demolishing. Okay, I'm looking at the time, you guys. I see what's happening, all right? I see what's happening. I'm aware. At 0.3 days is when I normally block it off. All right, so 0.3 days is the magic number, or 0.2. Around there, that's when I'm gonna lock up my floodgates, all of them. Which I like to combine these into just one mega floodgate, but I gotta wait for the dynamite for that. We're gonna build another power wheel. And again, it might screw me over. So this is going about 650 in power, okay? Between 600, between 700, 0.3 days, lock it up. Boom, floodgates are up, floodgates are up, floodgates are up. So now what's gonna happen, if we look at the water level, you'll see it start to kind of slowly start to rise because guess what? Water has nowhere else to go. Hold the phone. I didn't even realize I just cut off the water to those trees over there. My bad, guys. But I'm keeping the water around. Now, we may have a little bit of a flood. You may see some buildings get flooded right there. See how it says, hey, flooded. But remember, the water will evaporate and evaporates pretty quickly. Oh, look at that. So we've created a massive water reservoir. Like that water ain't going nowhere anytime soon. So that's a good sign. It keeps our spatter ducks alive, spatter docks, which is super duper important. And yeah, so now the water, obviously this water wheel goes away. We go ahead and unpower it, or we just unhook those, and we continue. So that's gonna be it for the part 1 stream today, you guys. Don't forget though, there is a part 2 that is gonna be coming up. Sorry, we gotta name this Canada, Justin, and Haley Beaver. Giggity. Oh, come on, this is not an illegal character. I'm just trying to make it clean. Hyphen? Can I just do a dot? Would that work? All right, guys, it's just gonna say Canada, Justin, and Haley Beaver. Oh, the L is probably the ampersand. Gotcha. Justin / Haley Beaver. This game just does not want me. Okay. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching the video today. Again, we're going to be doing a part 2 stream in literally about 2 hours time. 10 a.m. PST, 1 p.m. EST, and some other time in Europe. So thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I enjoyed the stream a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed the game. This has been Timberborn. It is on Steam right now. I believe it's on sale. They released 2.0.
hopefully in the part 2 stream, we're going to get to the golems. Fingers crossed. If not, I will at least show you what the golems look like on one of my other playthroughs. So thank you guys so much again for watching. This has been the Gaming Source Network. I'm the Gaming CPA, your number one source for all things gaming. This was the break-even point. Until next time, you guys, maximize those deductions and pay less in taxes. Have an amazing day.